Alright YouTube, it's Ch.15 Nazru, here with a review for Rosario Vampire 2, Chapter 15. Skune wakes up in a field and wonders how he got there, and as he's observing his surroundings, he spots a giant planet in the sky, and he deduces that he's no longer on Earth. Skune spots that he's been handcuffed and tries to pull the chain, but he hears a voice asking him not to pull so hard. As Skune looks at the chain, he sees that it's attached to a chained up Ruby, which is kind of odd because Ruby, being a masochist and all, she would want Skune to cause her more pain because of her sexual tendencies towards pain. But whatever. Ruby confesses she twirled the chain up around her to pass the time. Really, Ruby? I expected better from you. You're supposed to be the responsible one. Whatever. Skune tries to take the chain off, but Ruby says to not do that because it's his lifeline. She then goes on to say that if Skune would look to his left, he would find in his hand that there is a whip named Belmont, and mentions a hero that slayed vampires with it. This is obviously a reference to the Castlevania games. Now, granted, I've never played them, but I am aware of them. So that's a nice reference. And no, there's chances are there will never be a Rosario Vampire and Castlevania crossover because both universes have their own Dracula, and it would just cause problems if they crossed over. Skune tests the whip, and his energy channels into Ruby, harming her. However, Ruby's okay because she mentions how she fantasizes about Skune whipping her sexually. I told you, she's a masochist. She goes on to state that despite being human, he has vampire powers in him, and he can bypass the Holy Lock with Belmont's magic cancel ability. However, if he releases too much energy, he'll tap into the ghoul side of his powers, and the energy will transfer and harm Ruby. So Ruby explained that the whole point of this is to train Skune how to use his monster power more effectively by releasing into one intense burst without going into his ghoul energy. She also says that the place they're in is a dimension created by the headmaster Mikogami as a training ground, and she was ordered to help him train. Ha! Take that, Obito. Even Rosario Vampire characters can create their own dimensions. What makes you so special? Anyway, Mocha and the other girls are searching Yokai Academy for Skune. Kurumu and Yukari say that Skune has been rather acting melancholic since leaving the Snow Woman's village. Kokoa says, however, that Mocha should be more focused on training after losing to her older sister Kahlua. See, Fujisaki, Kahlua won that fight. Mocha didn't win. Anyway, Kokoa also says she wants to become stronger too, and is willing to train with the others as well, which is a nice bit of development since before Kokoa didn't want to give a time or day for any monster she felt was inferior, which is any other monster besides the vampires. But now she's starting to become more accepting of the others. However, this is debased by the fact the girls are more focused on fighting Skune, which irritates Kokoa. Mikogami arrives, however, to tell the girls that Skune is training in a special place. And Mikogami just so happens to be accompanied by the reformed Lilith. And we also get to know that Lilith is actually a god. A goddess. Yeah. That has got to be the smallest goddess I have ever seen. And speaking of which, if she's a goddess, does this gotta make the third god or goddess that the Rosario vampire crew has taken on. I really think they're underestimated and should be making more crossovers with characters who can take on gods too. Lilith states that the fairy tale is an organization seeking to war against humanity, and it's their job, specifically the schools, to stop them and to save the dream of coexisting with humanity. Um, Mikogami says that he wants Skune and the girls to become strong enough so that they can fight Fairy Tail and its members. Lilith, however, thinks that training Skune in a place where they put him is too soon. And we'll get more into this in the next part of the video.